Jot these down if you're a new writer. These are my 3 writing tips for beginning writers that I go over in other videos as well, which I have linked down below. But here is a summary. Number 1, the first draft will be a mess. There's nothing you can do about it except edit later. For now, just write. Number 2, you found your inspiration, so you get to write about it, not the other way around. Generating ideas might be the best part of the writing process, but you're putting in the real work as a writer when you write about them. Number 3, routines, schedules, and deadlines are the keys to writing and finishing your book. Every writer is different, so you can plan your lifestyle according to your routine. Subscribe to my channel if you're ready to write, and of course take a minute to jot all that down. I also have a picture of all of those steps on my Instagram, which you can screenshot and keep in mind for the rest of your writing journey. Now that I've told you my recipe for writing, it's time to get on with the video. Good luck, writers and crickets that inhabit my comment section. Hello there! Welcome back to my channel. You may call me Miss Introvert, and today we're going to be talking about character dialogue and what you can do to improve your character development for your characters in verbal and non-verbal language. We're also going to discuss what makes a character seem real and what makes a character fake. Because, as you know, your readers are going to want to read about characters that are authentic and real. I have a whole video on starting character development in 4 steps, which you can click on right now. If you want your character dialogue to be as authentic as possible, then follow these 3 steps to give your characters some flair and authenticity. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to my channel for writing and introvert videos that I upload every Sunday and Tuesday. And like and share this video with anyone who is looking to develop their characters. Comment down below your methods of creating character dialogue. I would love to start a discussion with other writers. Or crickets. We stand the crickets that are commenting in my comment section right now. Now without further ado, let's begin. Number 1, showing versus telling. You've most likely heard this phrase before, show don't tell, which is a key aspect of writing with imagery and description. If you haven't heard it, allow me to enlighten you, even though you've probably already heard what it means. You could probably guess what it means. Show don't tell is about showing your reader what's going on in your story through describing what characters are feeling on a deeper level. And this especially applies to character dialogue. It's also describing different kinds of vibrant sceneries. It's the opposite of telling, which is just summarizing through a bit of exposition. The more you do that, the less fun it's going to be to write it and for readers to read it. Using fun literary elements like symbols and similes and metaphors is a really great place to start. If you're showing your character say something, you might end the quote with a vibrant adjective. You want to describe how they say it with maybe an adverb or just a way that shows you their facial expressions or how they seem to be feeling while they said it. Instead of having a character say, "Where is the money?" and then following it up by "he asked," doesn't really show your reader how he asked where said money was. You might write instead, "Where is the money?" and then end that with "he demanded," which is showing your reader that he really needs to know where this money is. Try to focus on the senses of the character and the characters around them. Tell us what they're seeing and feeling and even tasting and smelling to get the reader immersed in the scene. When it comes to dialogue though, it's usually smart to avoid small talk, and that's really when you can use exposition to summarize it. If you don't, it'll only be a matter of time before your reader gets bored. However, if those pleasantries have to do with the story or a scene, like one character telling another character how they really feel after the other character asks, "How are you?" should be looked into further so that the reader can grasp what's going on in this character's mind. Try to give some emotion in your character's words and match that emotion with their personality. We'll talk more about personalities in the next point. Number 2, where are your characters coming from? Depending on the background of your character, you're going to want to base their speech off of their personality and their influences. This involves research, as writing often involves, and should involve, on the time period, domestic life, race, sexual orientation, common traits of the genre, and so many other things that are being put into your character's background. Once you've jotted all that down, you're going to want to apply it to your character's voice. You're going to take all that you learned and turn it into something authentic. Are they humble, prideful, intelligent, bored? Are they poor? Are they rich? Are they brave? Are they sarcastic? Are they timid, easily angered? Are they funny? Do they have quirks or a catchphrase that they repeat throughout the storyline? Not too much. Do these catchphrases or quirks add to the story, whether symbolically or otherwise? Also remember that some of your characters will share traits with other characters, while still being unique. So your cast can be very colorful if you want it to be, but you don't want it to be full of tropes and labels, which will make them static. Some of your characters might not act like themselves or act differently around certain characters, and some other characters might act like themselves around others. Some characters might not even speak grammatically correct, so you're gonna have to leave that alone for now. Yeah, that editor that's always peering over your shoulder while you're trying to write is gonna have to hold its tongue for now. It has no say in your character dialogue until you actually edit it later. Whatever your characters say will influence what other characters say, especially during conflict. Now, conflict is a great and sometimes very juicy part of dialogue. Conflict keeps the readers engaged, it also adds a bit of bonus points for drama, and it allows the characters to have reinforced traits. If something offends one character, show that offense through their dialogue. If an argument ensues, keep each side both interesting and accurate to their personality and background. I personally love conflict because it keeps me, as the writer who already knows the story, engaged in the story. You know those like enemies to lovers conflict? That might be my favorite. It might get out of hand sometimes, but if it's done the right way, man, we stand enemies to lovers conflict. And enemies to lovers in general. Number 3. Don't forget about body language. Verbal and nonverbal language go hand in hand. So as I'm talking to you right now, my hands are doing more of the work than what I'm actually saying. My posture, my eye contact, my facial expressions are just as engaging to you as my words are. Now, if I was talking to you like this, it would be more obvious that I'm talking to a camera. There are actually people in like professional fields of body language analyzation that can tell if people are lying through their body language. Even politics. It's kind of scary, but we're talking about writing right now, not politics. Good lord. If I didn't keep up these hand gestures and facial expressions, it would mirror boring dialogue. For example, if you keep ending dialogue phrases or quotes with he said, she said, or they said, it's gonna dull down your descriptions. So to remedy that, have them make hand gestures. Show us the facial expressions they're making. Are they sad? Are they angry? Are they happy? Are they confused? Are they frustrated? I'm an actor at heart. Broadway, you know where to find me. And even write about whether or not they're walking while they talk, or how they're walking. You can be poetic about it if you want to, but just don't be too confusing, or else young readers or even older readers might not understand, depending on your audience, and English teachers will cry. But body language can show what your characters are thinking without them having to say anything. So if your character shrugs while frowning and looking at the floor after being asked a specific question, it can show that they don't care, or that they feel sorry. So be specific about what those characters are thinking and feeling with their body language. So describe what they're thinking and show us, the readers, how they're thinking about it. And those are just some of the ways you can make your character's dialogue more authentic and relatable. I hope this helped anyone who is looking for some advice on character dialogue, and this is just my take on the subject. There are plenty of other ways to look at this concept, and you can modify my advice however you'd like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and like and share this video to help grow our introverted writing community. Comment down below your thoughts on writing or introverts. Hope to start a discussion with you or any other crickets that come to comment. Well, that's all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, check out my blog, and find the writing help you need on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below. And stay basic. Okay, bye!